My name is Daniel Halpern. In the summer of 2014, 2 days after my 8th grade year had ended, I was checked into Children's Hospital, Colorado. After discolored MRI tests were looked over by my doctors, I was called in for blood work, which revealed that I had an extremely rare form of leukemia known as APML. As a frightened 14-year-old, they told me that only a handful of people had ever received this diagnosis and that I was the first ever reported case in an adolescent. Uncertainty was overwhelming me, and because there were no previous cases like mine, they based my chemotherapies off of similar types of AML. However, they were not sure how effective it would be. Tragedy set in as I was unable to reach remission after my first round of chemo. My only chance at survival would be undergoing 4 more rounds of intensive chemotherapy, each lasting a month and a half long, and then a life-saving bone marrow transplant, all while I was in isolation. I had many ups and downs throughout my treatment, but I am lucky enough to say that I had far more ups than downs. The nurses and doctors on the 7th floor constantly kept me busy, whether it be talking to me about football and asking me to help them with their fantasy football teams, watching the FIFA World Cup, and even playing Xbox with me late into the night. There was never a moment of boredom that they couldn't help fix. The nurses and doctors at Children's Hospital are easily the greatest on the planet. While the nurses and doctors are great, the donations raised by the Wheels of Justice team goes towards helping fund research for new treatments for them and other caregivers to use on patients in need. These treatments could be the next step in increasing survivability and preventability for all cancer diagnoses. While funding for research is extremely important for the future, the psychological therapy is overwhelmingly essential for the present. Though cancer is a very physical battle, the mental side of the fight is just as difficult, if not even more so. I always had a positive outlook on beating cancer, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that there were days where I thought I was losing the fight. Enter Dr. Bob Casey. Though my amazing doctors, Dr. Craddock, Dr. Hunger, Dr. Quinones, Dr. Macy, Brandon, the list goes on, helped me beat cancer physically, Bob helped me beat it mentally. Dr. Casey, along with the rest of the CCBD Wellness team, is funded by the Wheels of Justice team. Without all of our fundraising, Bob wouldn't have been here to help me through bad times. That's why all these donations are so important, because without the necessary funding for the CCBD Wellness team, other people will not have as good of a chance at winning the mental fight against cancer. As for the race itself, there is nothing like it in the world. Post-bone marrow transplant, one of the most important aspects of longevity is cardiovascular health. Riding a bike in the Rocky Mountains is pretty much the best thing for that. This will be my 3rd year riding in the race alongside my closest friends. I've personally raised over $15,000 and hope to continue increasing that total as the summer progresses, because every dollar really counts. If for nothing else, do the ride because it's spectacular. I do the 40-mile each day ride, and I'm left speechless by the sheer views. The support of the volunteers and other riders is nothing short of inspiring too. The ride has something for everyone, whether it be personal gain or helping others. I strongly urge you to sign up and fundraise this summer. Who knows, you could fund the study that leads to the eradication of cancer.